Anna had always believed that life was a series of predictable routines. In her mid-50s and juggling a busy career, family responsibilities, and the lingering feeling of unfulfilled dreams, she often found herself wondering where the spark had gone. Late one evening, while scrolling through YouTube for inspiration, a title caught her eye. Many women don't know this. Very wise advice from a 72-year-old woman. The thumbnail featured a warm, gentle smile from a woman whose eyes hinted at decades of hard-won wisdom. Intrigued by the promise of secrets to a fulfilling life, secrets that modern science was only beginning to validate, Anna clicked the video. As the video began, the speaker's soft yet confident voice filled the room. There is wisdom in every wrinkle and every scar, lessons that time teaches us, if we only dare to listen. Those words, spoken by Evelyn, a 72-year-old woman known in her small town for her clarity and compassionate advice, resonated deeply with Anna. She recalled childhood afternoons spent listening to her grandmother's gentle stories, the kind of tales that offered solace during storms. But as an adult, Anna had gradually learned to dismiss such stories as quaint relics of the past. Now, however, she felt an inexplicable pull, an invitation to rediscover a forgotten part of herself. In that moment, Anna remembered recent scientific findings. Researchers have shown that older adults who maintain strong social bonds and engage in lifelong learning tend to experience lower rates of depression and better cognitive health. Studies from institutions like the National Institute on Aging revealed that the emotional support and reflective practices nurtured by elders could literally change lives. Could it be that the secret to a healthier, more fulfilled life lay not in chasing the latest fad, but in embracing timeless wisdom? Determined to learn more, Anna began researching Evelyn's background. She discovered that Evelyn lived on the outskirts of a quaint Midwestern town, a place where nature's rhythms still held sway over modern clamor. Evelyn's life, marked by both hardship and grace, had become a beacon for many women who longed to reconnect with themselves. Despite initial doubts, Anna decided to set aside her skepticism and embark on a journey to meet this wise woman in person. Early the next morning, with a small backpack and a heart full of hope, Anna left her familiar cityscape behind. The road stretched out before her, lined with amber trees and open fields, each mile carrying her farther from the bustle of modern life and closer to a time and place where people still lived slowly, mindfully, and with deep gratitude for each moment. During the drive, Anna's thoughts turned inward. She recalled how, in the chaos of everyday demands, she had often neglected the simple acts of self-care, those small rituals that many elders considered essential for physical and emotional well-being. As the sun began to set, painting the sky in hues of pink and orange, Anna arrived at a modest, ivy-clad cottage nestled among gentle hills. The cottage exuded an old-world charm, with its weathered wooden door, flower boxes bursting with marigolds, and the inviting aroma of herbs and fresh baked bread drifting from within. Standing at the gate, Anna hesitated for a moment. The prospect of meeting someone who had lived through decades of love, loss, joy, and transformation was both exhilarating and intimidating. Taking a deep breath, she knocked on the door. After a brief pause that felt like an eternity, the door slowly creaked open. There, framed by soft lamplight, stood Evelyn, a graceful, 72-year-old woman with silver hair elegantly tied back and eyes that shone with kindness and lifelong insight. Evelyn's presence immediately dispelled Anna's anxieties. Her warm smile and gentle nod invited Anna to step inside. Before Anna could utter a word, Evelyn said, "Welcome, dear. I've been expecting you." That simple greeting felt like a homecoming, a confirmation that this journey, sparked by a fleeting video online, was not a random occurrence but a fated meeting. As Anna crossed the threshold, she sensed that she was about to embark on a transformative experience. The cozy interior of the cottage was adorned with memories, faded photographs of a long life, shelves lined with well-worn books, and mementos of a time when every object had a story to tell. Over a pot of herbal tea, The two women settled into deep conversation. Anna felt as if she were finally listening, not just hearing words, but absorbing the very essence of a life well lived. Evelyn spoke softly, yet each word carried the weight of wisdom that only time could bestow. Life, Evelyn said, is like a garden. If you neglect its care, weeds will take root. But if you tend it with love and patience, every season brings new blossoms. As Anna sipped her tea, she couldn't help but reflect on the neglect of her own inner garden, her dreams, her health, her relationships, and wondered what steps she might take to nurture them again. By the end of that first evening, Anna's heart was brimming with anticipation and curiosity. She had come seeking answers, and now, in the gentle light of Evelyn's cottage, she sensed that the secrets to a more vibrant life were within reach. And so, with a renewed sense of purpose, Anna prepared herself for the lessons that awaited her, a journey that promised not only the rediscovery of lost vitality, but also the empowerment to shape a future filled with hope and connection. Before you go any further, I invite you to pause and reflect. Have you ever felt that life was passing by too quickly, leaving you with a lingering sense of unfulfilled potential? If so, hit that like button, leave a comment below sharing your thoughts, and subscribe for more inspiring stories. Your journey to rediscover your inner garden might just begin with a single step, as it did for Anna. The next morning, soft sunlight filtered through lace curtains as Anna awoke to the gentle hum of nature outside the cottage. The previous night's conversation with Evelyn had stirred something inside her, a blend of hope and a longing for change that she hadn't felt in years. Over breakfast, Evelyn and Anna sat at a wooden table set with simple, hearty fare, freshly baked bread, seasonal fruit, and a pot of aromatic herbal tea. The quiet ambience of the cottage, coupled with the rhythmic chirping of birds, set the stage for a day of introspection and heartfelt dialogue. Evelyn began, "Anna, tell me about your heart. What is it that troubles you?" Her question, simple yet profound, invited Anna to open up about the burdens she had carried silently for far too long. With a mix of vulnerability and relief, Anna recounted the many ways she felt disconnected from her body, her relationships, and even from her own sense of identity. She spoke of sleepless nights filled with worry, days that blended into one another without the spark of joy, and a deep-seated fear that she had lost touch with who she truly was. Listening intently, Evelyn nodded in understanding. "You see," she said softly, "our bodies and minds are like intricate systems that need balance. Modern life often forces us into habits that drain us, neglecting the simple truths of our well-being. But there is a remedy, a return to basics, to mindful living." Evelyn's words reminded Anna of the countless studies she had read about the benefits of mindfulness and social connection. Research from Harvard and the American Psychological Association, for example, has consistently shown that regular mindfulness practice can lower stress levels, reduce symptoms of depression, and even improve cardiovascular health. When you take time to truly be present, you're not just calming your mind, you're healing your body, Evelyn explained. Over the course of the day, Evelyn guided Anna through a series of gentle exercises designed to reawaken her senses and restore balance. They began with a mindful walk along a gravel path, winding through a wildflower meadow. As they strolled, Evelyn encouraged Anna to notice the sensation of each step, the warmth of the sun on her skin, and the soft murmur of the breeze. "Let your senses guide you back to life," she whispered. "Every sound, every scent, every sight is a reminder that you are here, alive, and capable of feeling deeply." Back at the cottage, in the cool shade of an old oak tree, Evelyn led Anna through a simple meditation exercise. "Close your eyes," she instructed, "and imagine each breath as a gentle wave washing over you, carrying away your worries." For several minutes, Anna surrendered to the rhythm of her breath, feeling the tension in her shoulders dissolve and a serene calm spread through her entire being. As the afternoon unfolded, the conversation shifted to the nature of relationships and self-worth. Evelyn recalled her own journey, a life punctuated by moments of joy and heartache, of love lost and found. Many women, she confided, mistake the absence of grand gestures for a lack of love. But true intimacy is woven from the small, everyday moments of connection, the quiet nod of understanding, the warmth of a shared smile, the courage to be vulnerable. She shared a personal story of her early years, when she, too, had struggled with feelings of invisibility and doubt. "I was once overwhelmed by the pressures of perfection," she admitted, believing that if I wasn't constantly striving to be flawless, I wasn't worthy of love. "It was only when I learned to appreciate the beauty of my own imperfections that I began to see the love around me." Her eyes glimmered as she spoke, and Anna found herself captivated by the authenticity and raw emotion in every word. Evelyn then offered practical advice, drawing on both her own experiences and modern research. For instance, she said, start by creating small rituals that honor your well-being. Write down 3 things you're grateful for every morning. Take a short walk after dinner, not just to exercise, but to reconnect with your thoughts. And always give yourself permission to rest. She explained that these seemingly modest actions could trigger a cascade of positive effects: improved mood, better sleep, and even a healthier heart. Studies have shown that gratitude journaling can increase overall satisfaction with life, while regular physical activity releases endorphins that act as natural mood lifters. Throughout the day, as Evelyn's words sank in, Anna felt a gradual transformation. The heavy weight of her daily worries began to lift, replaced by a growing sense of empowerment and possibility. It was as if Evelyn had gently opened a window in Anna's soul, letting in fresh air and new light. "Remember," Evelyn said as the sun dipped low and painted the sky with hues of lavender and gold, "change doesn't always come from a dramatic overhaul. Often, it starts with the quiet acknowledgement of your own needs and the courage to honor them." Before parting for the evening, Evelyn looked deeply into Anna's eyes and said, "If you've ever felt lost, remember that the answers lie not in the noise of the world, but in the silence of your heart. Cherish every small moment, and let gratitude be your guide." Those words, simple yet profound, echoed in Anna's mind long after she left the cottage that day. Now, dear viewer, I ask you, when was the last time you paused to truly listen to your heart? Drop a comment below with your thoughts. Share this video with someone who might need a reminder to slow down, and don't forget to hit that like button if you found these insights valuable. Your journey towards a more mindful, connected life might just begin with one small step. Returning to the bustle of her daily life, Anna felt transformed not by a sudden miracle, but by the steady, gentle infusion of wisdom and hope imparted by Evelyn. In the weeks that followed her visit, Anna began to weave the lessons of the quiet cottage into the very fabric of her life. Every morning, she woke with a newfound sense of purpose, determined to nurture her inner garden with the same care and attention that Evelyn had shown her. Her day began with a simple yet powerful ritual. She would spend a few minutes each morning writing in her gratitude journal. The act of acknowledging even the smallest blessings, be it the taste of a perfectly brewed cup of coffee, the chirp of birds outside her window, or a smile shared with a neighbor, ignited in her a spark of joy. Research by psychologists has shown that gratitude can rewire the brain, fostering a more positive outlook and reducing stress levels. Anna embraced this practice wholeheartedly, feeling the stress of the past slowly melt away. Inspired by Evelyn's emphasis on mindful movement, Anna also carved out time for daily walks. What began as a hesitant stroll around her neighborhood soon evolved into a cherished ritual. With each step, she rediscovered the beauty of nature in its simplest form: a blooming flower here, the rustle of leaves there. These walks became a meditative escape, a way to reconnect with her body and calm her mind. She even found that her physical endurance improved, echoing findings from studies which show that moderate exercise not only boosts physical health, but also enhances cognitive function. Anna's transformation wasn't limited to self-care alone, it extended to her relationships as well. Recalling Evelyn's wisdom on the power of small, consistent gestures, Anna began to infuse her interactions with newfound warmth and attentiveness. At home, she made a conscious effort to truly listen during conversations, to share genuine compliments, and to set aside dedicated time for her loved ones. Whether it was a heartfelt phone call to a friend or a quiet moment of shared laughter with her partner, these interactions deepened her connections and enriched her life. One crisp autumn afternoon, as Anna sat by her window reflecting on the changes she had experienced, an idea began to take shape. She realized that the wisdom she had received was too valuable to keep to herself. Motivated by a desire to help others reclaim their lost spark, Anna decided to share her journey with the world. Armed with her smartphone and a passion for genuine storytelling, she began recording her own YouTube video. In her video, Anna spoke directly to the camera, her eyes bright with conviction and hope. "I want to share something with you," she began, echoing the invitation that had once drawn her to Evelyn's wise words. "I was once overwhelmed by the demands of everyday life, feeling disconnected from myself and the people I love. But I met a remarkable woman, Evelyn, a 72-year-old whose wisdom reminded me that true health and happiness come from caring for our hearts as much as our bodies. Today, I want to pass on some of that wisdom to you." Anna detailed the small yet transformative practices that had rejuvenated her life: the power of a gratitude journal, the healing benefits of mindful walking, the importance of genuine conversation, and the need to pause and truly listen to one's inner voice. She shared scientific tidbits citing research from the American Heart Association and other reputable studies to underscore how these simple actions could reduce stress, improve mental health, and even lower the risk of chronic diseases. As she spoke, Anna's authenticity resonated with viewers. Her narrative was not about a dramatic overnight change, but about the slow, steady journey of self-discovery and renewal, a journey that anyone could embark on, regardless of age or circumstance. "Change begins with a single, intentional step," she said. "I invite you to take that step today. Start small, be patient with yourself, and watch as your life transforms one moment at a time." By the end of her video, Anna had not only shared her story, but had also ignited a movement of small, meaningful changes among her viewers. Comments began to flood in, testimonies of renewed hope, shared experiences of personal transformation, and a collective commitment to embracing life with renewed passion. Viewers expressed gratitude for the practical advice and the gentle reminder that wisdom often comes from the most unexpected places. In her final call to action, Anna urged everyone watching to join her in a simple challenge. Reflect. Take 5 minutes each morning to write down something you're grateful for. Move. Dedicate a short walk or mindful pause in your day to reconnect with your senses. Connect. Reach out to someone you love and share a genuine compliment or kind word. Comment below with your commitment, she said, and share this video with anyone who might need a little spark of hope today. Let's create a ripple effect of wellness and wisdom that transcends generations. Anna's journey, inspired by Evelyn's timeless wisdom, had come full circle. What began as a search for answers in a quiet cottage had blossomed into a mission to spread love, health, and mindful living. The lessons of the past, supported by modern science and lived experience, proved that every woman at any stage of life deserves to feel cherished, connected, and empowered. As the video ended, Anna's message lingered. Life is not defined by the passage of time, but by the intentional choices we make every day. The wisdom of the elderly, often overlooked in our fast-paced world, holds the key to a deeper, more fulfilling existence. And just as Evelyn had opened her heart to Anna, now it was time for that light to shine on countless others. Thank you for watching, and remember, your journey to a healthier, happier life can start with one small, mindful moment. Like, share, and subscribe to join our community of seekers, and leave a comment below with your thoughts or the small step you plan to take today. Let's nurture our inner gardens together, one day at a time.